So I mean, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. Neither of us died. All right, let's go. I'm going to get the formal YouTube intro out of the way. Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well, and today we are here for a formal and I hope intriguing conversation with the hardest working retired rapper of all time, Logic, who has a brand new record out, Vinyl Days, which is about to come out. It's actually, at the time we're doing this interview, it's going to be coming out in a few hours. So we're going to be talking about that and anything else that comes up in the conversation. First off, Bobby, how are you doing? Thanks for coming through.
I'm great. I also want to formally apologize for my internet connection if it's not good for people out there. But I'm doing great. Did I just skip a little bit while I was saying that? Am I skipping more?
No, it's smooth sailing so far. Okay. It's smooth sailing so far. All right, so
I'm hype. I'm excited. Yeah.
Right, we're catching you just a few hours before the new album is out.
Before my freedom.
Before your freedom. I mean, outside of the tracks that we've heard so far, like what else can we expect from the rest of this record in terms of like a sound or a direction? Like, is it pretty much going to follow the teasers we've heard so far or what?
Yeah, it's just some boom bap shit, honestly. I can cuss, right?
Yeah, you can cuss. Yeah.
It's some boom bap shit. And I had fun and it was cool. And yeah, man, I executive produced it and then
Uh-oh. Audio cut out. I don't hear the man. Now he's totally gone. I don't hear nothing. It's not the internet.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now you can. Now it's back. It wasn't an internet thing. It just seemed like the cord went out.
This is what I get for not just doing the Zoom like just on the MacBook mic. I was trying to be cool and use my Supreme. Whatever. Anyway, so the album is a vibe, and it's just beats and break beats and this, that, and the third. And there's a guy behind me.
Yeah. Okay. So as you say, it's just some boom bap shit. But like, why that sound and why that direction at this point? I guess.
I figured, if I was gonna go out on Def Jam, I kind of wanted to do it the way I came in. Just trying to rap really good over beats and not go out on some like, yo, here's my pop song, I'm making a bunch of money right now. Like I could have done that. I'm be like, I'm back, here's my Jay-Z Half Black album, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess that would have been I'm leaving, whatever, you know what I mean, my Kingdom Come.
Mm-hmm. So this record, you're saying this is going to be your final with Def Jam?
Yeah, this is my last album on Def Jam, and then I'm a free agent, so I'll be independent, which I'm really excited about. And it's just like, yo, Def Jam is dope, and I've had my ups and downs, and it's like musical chairs. So once you get a groove, the newest CEO is leaving to the next gig, who's paying more or whatever the case may be, which is really frustrating. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in that building that love me and have grinded and worked hard for me, and I really appreciate that. So it's a bit of an ode to the building. It's an ode to what Def Jam was built on, which is just straight hip hop shit. You know what I mean? I mean, even with like the slight Beasties, and by slight I mean smack dead on
right
Beasties record,
right?
Believe it,
right?
Shit like that, man. It's just like, dude, I'm just really having fun. I can't tell you how much I used to give a shit, and we'll get into it later. But you really actually helped me more than you'll ever know. We'll talk about that later.
Help you not give a shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. We'll
get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah. I mean, you're deep throating a microphone. Obviously, you don't give a fuck.
Yo, take this, Complex.
All right. With so
Complex is whack as fuck.
As
Complex Magazine, I really appreciate you for like when you do show me love, and I appreciate the cover that you gave me. But how in the fuck, Complex Magazine, are you gonna say DJ Premier produced the Vinyl Days title track when my man Six, who's right here, I literally on the song, like 5 seconds into the song, I go, Six on the beat, let's get it. I go, DJ Premier, that's my homie, that's my idol. Six on the beat, here we go. You fucking idiots. Who doesn't, like, I'm serious. Like, who doesn't listen? You can't listen to 15 seconds of a fucking song. What are you, morons? Now, that's not everybody at Complex. I appreciate everybody at Complex who does their job, who actually cares about journalism and is taking the time, whether you went to school or not. I fucking appreciate you. But whatever dumbass wrote up that article without listening to the song they were talking about, dude, what's going on?
At least when I shit on your stuff, I'm listening to it.
Thank you. Yo, my favorite Fantano intro is the supermarket intro when he reviews it and it goes, this new Logic album, not good. Dude, I was like heartbroken. I was like, oh no. But it's all good because then you changed my life later. And I'll talk about how you're the god. How you changed my perspective.
All right. Stop.
Okay.
All right. So this album. This album. So again, you're going out with Def Jam here. Is this something that, like, if the price were right?
Up.
Yeah. If
we're not going out.
If the price were right, would you jump back into it, or do you just feel like that kind of phase of your life is over?
Of course I would.
Right, because you're a whore.
I am. Honestly, nah. Because it's like I did it, and it's great, and I got the bag to be independent. Mm-hmm. Like I got I'm great. Mm-hmm. I'm really lucky. I'm in an amazing position.
Well, you talk about all the people who at that building at one point, worked really hard to kind of get your records out there and help them be as successful as they are. As you kind of transition into independence, are you, ready to, essentially kind of take on all those duties between yourself and your team from here on out?
Well, the cool thing is I signed to an independent label already.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I'm independent through Bobby Boy and then also BMG. Mm-hmm. And they just gave me like a fuck ton of millions of dollars to literally do whatever I want, full creative control. They can't tell me shit. I own all my masters. I own all my music. I do what I want. I make money out the gate, and I can't believe it. And the best part about it is there's people who genuinely care there as well, that are going to be helping me with things that I may need. But a lot of it really does fall on me. Like even the budget, which I'm really excited about, because I'm not here to shit on Def Jam by any means, but like, have you even gotten paid yet? How the fuck Six, my producer, hasn't even gotten paid, and the album comes out in like 2 hours? Okay, like it's shit like that. And the cool thing is they like give me my budget up front, so there's never gonna be like, anybody calling me like, hey man, I don't mean to be awkward. Like it's like I'm about to be cutting the checks like a G. So I'm going to make sure that everybody gets their, I do the due diligence of seeing things through. I've been using due diligence a lot in my interviews. I think it makes me sound cool. Due diligence. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What would you say overall with this record, outside of it being some boom bap shit, outside of it kind of being your send off with Def Jam, like in the grander scheme of your discography, which I'm sure you've had through obviously all my reviews, you've had a lot of time to kind of contemplate, all the records that you've put out so far. Where do you feel like this record stands in your catalog? Do you feel like it just kind of like pops out in the bunch as a means of it just kind of like sounding different or having a different vibe? Or do you feel like you're kind of on another level artistically here? Are you outdoing yourself? Like what makes this record special in your growing catalog?
I love that. I love that question. And I love that you really give a shit, man. Let me just say that. Okay. So you want to talk about artistic shit? Wait till you see what's coming. You might hate it, but I love it. Like that's some wild shit. This, for me, I was doing, my buddy is here now who directed the Vinyl Days documentary that's going to come out. Because we did the whole record in like 12 days. I'm not sitting here bragging about that. I'm just saying we did, and there's a reason I did that, and we'll talk about that next time when I'm free of.
Just in terms of like the beats too, or you had the beats and then you just sort of recorded it?
No, I did it all. I hit my homie Egon, and Egon sent me like 150 vinyl overnight that I literally sampled on the turntable through Ableton using my MPC 60, and I just didn't. It was like, it felt like I was in the basement, like making mixtapes again. I was like, I don't even give a shit. And by I don't give a shit, it means I don't give a shit about the money, the media, the this, the that. All I care about are these bars, these beats. I want to make shit that sounds dope, man. Like, and I'd been talking to Madlib and this and that, and just like, man, just make shit that's free on some you know, most Def freestyling in the park in Brooklyn in 1999 shit. Like, just go from the spirit, you know? And that's just what I want to do. I just want to fucking have fun and write shit. And yeah, so that's what I did. But I feel like I actually forgot what the fuck your original question was. I just went on a tangent.
Just what makes the record, you know, I mean, I think you're getting to it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
again,
that's
like what makes it kind of stand out?
Yeah. So my boy JT, he was filming me like day one. And I put on this old like Afro funk record from the 70s. What is it? Is it the 70s? I don't know. Whatever. It's called Kala, My Friend, and it's like really dope. And I'm listening to this beautiful song, and I'm like, damn, this is so cool. And JT goes, man, I love this era. And I'm like, I know, bro, 70s era. And he goes, nah, this era of Logic. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, dude, you just fucking don't give a shit. He's like, you got a baby, you got your family, you're fucking rapping, you know, you got your fans, you're not trying to impress anybody, you don't give a fuck. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I give a fuck about this interview, you know, I give a fuck about doing the best that I can to pen a dope rhyme, you know, shit like that. But like all the nonsense, clearly. So that's where I'm at. My internet connection sucks. Fuck.
No, it's all right. It's we're managing. You know, I wanted to ask, like, do you still consider yourself retired? And if technically so, like, what is retirement for you right now? Because I'm kind of getting the sense that since the day that you said that you were retired and that, you know, we heard, you know, what was supposed to be like your final album or something, like to me, it seems like the further we go through, retirement for you means more like I'm retiring being self-conscious, or I'm retiring chasing the industry carrot, and I'm just going to do what I feel like doing.
Yeah, no, that to me, that's it. That's it. My internet connection.
Yeah, your internet is still fucking up. Still fucking up. You're a multi-millionaire. You can't get some good
how
internet.
Am I now? Am I good?
Yeah, you're okay now.
You tell them to shut the fuck up. Hey, y'all shut up.
Everybody's watching.
So bad. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Am I good now?
You're a 6 out of 10. You're like a 6 right now.
All right, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. You pay all this money for all this fucking internet, and it works every other time. It works every other time. It's not fucking working. Can you hear me? Or is it working?
I can.
It's not fucking working. This is bullshit. Get off the internet. Get off the internet. All right, can you hear me now? Can you? I'm just saying. Can you hear me? Because I have a good answer for what you said.
I can hear you. It's just every once in a while there's a glitch, but I think I can hear you now.
So yes, you hit it on the motherfucking head. I have retired from being self-conscious, whatever the fuck. Like, that's a real thing, bro. I've accepted myself, and this is it. I'm just fucking rapping, you know? And so, but let me just say this. I really did believe I was retiring, even though it may have been in some like delusional aspect of like a place in my life. I really thought I wouldn't have been out here crying, trying to win an Oscar if I thought it was bullshit. Okay. Like, I really thought, I was like, oh my God, this is it. And then I was just still making music every day, like all the time. And I was loving it, but I was making it from a different place, bro. Cause I was like thinking I don't give a shit. And I'm like doing fucking songs with Mad Lib and shit, and making tracks called Magic Mushrooms. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, just having fun. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm trying to get out my deal. So I just dropped this BT3 album, which was just a bunch of throwaways from the first BT2, from the BT2 project. And I was just like, here you go. I literally did it in a weekend. Mm-hmm. And that's not me being like, oh, Logic doesn't care, he's not putting his best forth. Suck my dick, man. I literally was just like, here's some shit. I'm about to get off my deal and do some wild shit. So I did that. And then I really cared about this. This is not a throwaway project. You could give it a not good out of 10, and I'd be like, fuck you, whatever. I like it.
No, I mean, you just came out with, you know, No Pressure, and then you came out with, you know, BT3, and it was pretty clear that there was like kind of a variation there. in terms of what you were doing. But
what's so funny is, like, this is the last time I was on the internet. Like, I was barely on it for No Pressure. And then for BT3, I see like my fans like saying all these crazy things like BT3 should have been Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, because if this was Confessions of a Dangerous Mind and he called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind BT3, then we would have accepted that Confessions of a Dangerous Mind wasn't actually supposed to be so serious. And then fucking jeez, bro. It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep, bro. I rap, man. It's not that deep.
I think let's dig into that for a second, because obviously, you probably have your share of opinions about when me or other people or critics or haters are kind of just like shitting on your stuff. But what about when people are overthinking it generally? Like,
I'm kind of flattered. I'm flattered if you're shitting on me because I'm relevant enough to shit on. Okay. I'm flattered if my fans are like going down a rabbit hole. If you look at my cover alone, there's like 5 albums that are already done and just like sitting on a hard drive.
Right.
If you look at this album cover with Little Bobby, like you can find them, and that's really dope. And yeah, so I think it's cool that people give a shit enough to overthink it or care or talk or whatever. And it's also the loud minority, and that also includes the fans. Like, they give a shit to be on Reddit or whatever, And so for me, I'm just so lucky, man. People give a shit to talk about me. Like, that's so cool. Like, it really is.
All right, so before we nice. Before we move off the album a little bit further, can you go into some of the guests that you have on this record, and how did you come together with them, and it's like what were sort of some of your ideas and processes when you wanted to include certain people in the whole project?
Fire. I just opened the Rolodex, man.
Right.
And I just kind of called some homies and was just like, Royce the 5'9" is just like, dude, it's been a minute. What's the last song we did? Prime, where I'm rapping about being biracial for like the 1,000th time. So I was like, hey, man, let's just do some regular rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I hit Royce, and then I hit who did I hit? Oh, Nezzy Mamadou. So Nezzy and Langston Bristol, who are on this album, I both found on TikTok, which is like tight. Mm-hmm. And like, so Langston, he's from just outside Detroit. Nezzy Mamadou is like one of the most craziest MCs, like period, with or without a vagina, doesn't matter. Like, she's insane. Born and raised in Nigeria. Her parents brought her over here to put her through school and then college. And then I just like discovered her on TikTok just rapping because she loves it. And I was like, wow, you're amazing. Like, you're incredible. And she was like low-key almost in tears, because I was like, I want to put you on my album. She's like, what? She literally referred to herself as the regular schmegular. I was like, you are not regular schmegular. She's like, I work in finance. I was like, I give a fuck, girl. You are amazing. And I wanted to put her on my album because, and we'll get to the others as well, but I wanted to put her on my album, and Langston, and just different people, because like, bro, I'm at a crazy place in my career. I mean, I ain't 1-800 Bob right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm solid in the game, got fans, Bob. And I'm like, I'm going to use this opportunity to shed light on other people. Like, why the fuck don't more artists do that? Like, one feature could change somebody's life. One tweet, one shout out, one this, one that. And I'm looking at myself like, man, I made my Confessions of a Dangerous Minds. I made my Everybody's. I made my Bobby Tarantino's. I made my fucking money, dog. Now I'm trying to rap and do wild shit and have fun. And part of that is putting artists on. It's like legitimately shining light on them. And then outside of that, we got Action Bronson. Fun, super quick story behind that is that was originally on the Magic album with me and Madlib. Mm-hmm. And then even quicker story, I finished the whole Madlib album in a weekend, and he came to my house, and he was like, damn, Lodge, this is crazy. And I was like, you like it? He's like, this shit is amazing. I'm so proud of what you did. And I was like, thanks, Otis. And he was like, yeah, man, I don't remember any of these samples. We're not going to be able to clear this shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Because Egon gave me I have every Madlib beat he's essentially ever made that's been like recorded. Uh-huh. Yeah, I have gigs and gigs and gigs of Madlib beats. So I just picked my what's that face?
That's the most disappointing and hilarious fucking thing that you could say about that whole exchange. I don't remember any of these fucking samples. We can't clear this shit. How the
fuck do you think I felt? I made like the best album of my life with this man, and he's like, sorry, Lodge. And I'm like, fuck. So I went through out of all the beats that Egon gave me, and made like the perfect fucking album, and he's just like, I don't remember. I'm sorry. So it's all good. He's making new beats, and I'm just gonna take those raps and put them over here and just recycle them like I've done my whole career. And it's gonna be great.
Could it ever just be released? Like, could it ever just like be put on Mediafire and then just sort of like tweet it out and don't say anything?
Yeah, I think that I'll probably Mac DeMarco it and just like release the magic demos. Oh, fucking internet! Can you hear me?
The internet.
The internet. At this point, can you hear me?
Now you're back. Now you're back. So you said,
am I back?
Yeah, you said you want to Mac DeMarco it.
Yeah, I'll Mac DeMarco it and probably just release the demos for y'all and get sued because I'm independent. So fuck it.
Got it. You could maybe release it under another name. Someone who.
Everyone's gonna know it's me, bro.
I mean, just call it Loage, like that guy said earlier, trying to type your name, and just be like,
So,
I don't know who that Loage motherfucker is who's ripping me off. This guy, you'd actually tweet out and be like, who the fuck is this guy who sounds like me? He's just ripping me off. Like I'm gonna sue the court,
and they're showing me this video of you explaining everything to fucking do. So the
sorry, I should have said this offline. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, you should have. You should have texted me, bae. You know we be texting. The world knows it. Anyway, we be texting late night too. You be up. Oh wait, my shit's about to come.
You text me. You text me.
You know what? You text me every once in a while. I do text you. You know why I fucking text you?
Yeah.
I care. Because I fucking care. I care. You got a lot of shit going on. You're a busy guy. I'm just like, hey man, how you doing? How you feeling? You feeling okay? And you're honest with me. Keep it real. And what do I say? Tell the world I'm here anytime. Shit on my albums, bro. Shit on me, bro. We're friends, man. That's what I say. And you shit on me. And it's fucking great. Anyway, what I was saying is Action Bronson, that song was originally on the Magic album.
Yeah.
But then when I couldn't fucking clear it, I was like, all right, whatever. So I just reproduced the beat. The original beat is fire, but I think I snapped. I think I kind of went a little harder.
Just to kind of get a little more insight on that, when you reproduced the beat, did you try to reproduce the beat, or you just came up with a beat to kind of just redo it?
Scott, just fire. Yeah, man. It was just like new beat.
Got it.
And then who else we got? We got The Game. Shout out The Game. I met The Game at fucking lit. I met The Game at Nobu. No Bougie in Malibu. Nicest guy. He was just so nice. He paid for my meal and shit. I'm there with my wife. Gentleman. Real gentleman. Really nice guy. He's
so I'm on this album. How the fuck did that happen?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so annoying because like I don't know when you're gonna listen to the album. I'm about to listen to it tonight. You have to avoid the internet.
I'm gonna listen to it probably Saturday. Probably gonna listen to it Saturday.
Okay. Can you? But are you gonna be able to avoid the internet until then? Because if
I'm not gonna be on the internet Friday.
Are you sure though? Like, are you?
Yes,
gonna be on the internet
I'm not going to be on the internet Friday.
Are you gonna be on the internet tonight?
No, not really. I'm not going to be on Apple.
Right.
I'm not going to be on Apple Music.
I don't give a fuck what you on, motherfucker. If you on the internet, you gonna see some shit. It's not bad. Though.
What about me?
Actually, it's about you, but it's really sweet.
No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What?
I talk about wanting to kill you one time.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I
but
guess.
It's funny.
That's fine.
Anyway, you'll love it. You'll love it. And you know what it really comes down to? You know what it comes down to? Is this like your yay beginning monologue where it's like I want to kill myself, but then I want to kill you and so on and so forth. But instead you want to kill me? No, it's not that deep. You're overthinking it. No. It comes down to a conversation we had that really changed my perspective. So I won't get into too much into the actual song. God damn, who the fuck slamming my doors like that, bro? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that walking down my street? Is it homeboy? Oh, it's Justin? Justin! Don't be slamming my fucking door. My baby's in here, bro. My bad. All right. Anyway, so what I'm saying is I was talking to you one night after we kind of got a little friendly.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker loud as shit. Can you text Justin, tell him to shut the fuck up, man? I'm trying to be professional.
You know,
Justin's my manager.
the mic that you're on is a directional mic, so we don't even hear it.
Oh, so you can't hear any of that?
You don't know how that microphone works?
Damn, I recorded all of Vinyl Days on this shit. You think I fucking know?
There's not a lot of
shit.
ambient and room noise on that mic because it's like this one. You know, I mean, that looks like kind of just like
you're right.
an emulation of the SM58.
Mic.
Right,
Yes.
right. So there's not a lot of room noise on that mic.
You know what? All right, bald god, relax.
Someone could probably be fucking in the other room. We wouldn't hear it.
Okay, my son's getting bath right now. Oh no, he's out of his bath. We play Sinatra for my son every night. I made him a tape on cassette called Bubble Bathapalooza, and it's all Frank Sinatra songs because he's the youngest Sinatra. He's got a mixtape coming out.
That's
okay,
cute.
so what I was saying was me and you had a conversation, and I saved this basic. I mean, I kind of talked to Zane Lowe about it. I don't know if you know that, but I talked to Zane Lowe about you. And he's
okay.
like, no way, Anthony Fantano.
Oh, I need to look that up. I didn't even know he's aware.
You gotta look
of
it
me.
up. It's pretty cool. And oh yeah, he shows you a lot of love. I mean, we all do. Everybody loves you, even when you're a fucking asshole and you give me a 0.
Right. Thank you.
I'm kidding. So what you did is you changed my whole perspective. Just after Under Pressure, or excuse me, No Pressure came out. Well, then too, probably. You changed my perspective. I was like, oh my God, Biden Kendrick. Okay, so after No Pressure came out, we had a conversation, and you were like, dude, my opinion is my opinion. Like, literally, you were like, you've always seemed like a nice guy, and we never spoke, right? Us. And you were like, and now that I'm talking to you, because I don't know, I think I might have reached out to you. I don't know, whatever. Or maybe you wanted an interview, and then we became, I think I would call you a homie. I'd call you a friend. You know what I mean? It's not like we're fucking hanging out on Saturday nights or anything, you know, but it's like you're a really good dude, and I like talking to you about all the music I love, and you're like, that shit's garbage. Anyway, and this night you said you were like, dude, like you're a successful artist and you deserve to be where you are, and my opinion and everybody else's opinion doesn't fucking matter. You're like, it literally doesn't.
I've told you that multiple times.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, you're Logic. Millions of fucking people know you. Tour around the world. You fucking sell albums. You've done all this other shit. And when you said that shit to me, I was like, what? It was like Neil, like breaking free. You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, Trinity. Like, for real, you don't understand. I know you're probably like,
no, I do. You know, it's like, look, I have my own perception and opinion of the sort of our dynamic in these conversations. Not to get like too psychoanalytical here, but it's, you know, it's funny. I do very much like appreciate, you know, your appreciation of me, your warmth toward me. But at least, like, you know, from my perspective, I feel very much like not special in this dynamic. Not that I need to. Not that I'm asking to. I feel like in a way, you personally have, in a broader general sense, been struggling with, you know, sort of like this bit of kind of a feedback issue, maybe imposter syndrome, maybe people sort of like shitting on you unfairly, or, you know, kind of like being overly critical and so on and so forth. And, you know, I just happen to, in my own way, represent that because I do that professionally. And I feel like being able to have a conversation with somebody who has been harsh and has been critical, maybe not in the same way that like some weird fucking internet troll would be, but still, and being able to sort of have a friendly conversation and understand that there's nothing really nasty or sort of hateful toward you personally behind it, and get it literally from my mouth that even if I do have a negative perception of what you do, you are still valid. You know, you're still your own man. Maybe you just needed to hear that from a place where you were kind of getting feedback that bothered you.
Changed my fucking life. Changed my life. You don't understand. I'm saying you don't understand.
But I get it. I get it. But I feel like I could have been anybody. I could have been any, like, you know,
no,
if somebody else was doing this, it would be that guy.
If and no one is. There's nobody at your level who does what you do.
I guess nobody is, but still.
Nobody is. I don't give a fuck. All these other YouTubers trying to be all cool, fucking fuck y'all. Like, you are the guy. And I was watching your videos as a fan. You got to understand this. I was watching The Breakfast Club as a fan. I was listening to Slaughterhouse as a fan. You know, fucking Joe Budden or Charlemagne or yourself. So then when you have somebody say something that you actually genuinely look up to, and that's what I talk about on the record, and we won't get into it. I'll let you do your thing. But it's like whether I was on Rap Genius threads before I was Logic, or I was in Reddit hip hop heads before I was Logic, and I was just, you know, whatever fucking username. Like I was a part of this. So it's like I was a fan of you before you even fucking reviewed me, man. So then when you're like, this album, it's not good. That's when I'm like, oh. But it was from that conversation, bro. And I mean this, like, you hold weight. And when I realized, like, when it came from the horse's mouth, like, dude, this is my opinion. And it's okay if you think something is shit. Like, that doesn't necessarily make it that. And so you would give a review of an album, and I'd be performing that album in a fucking arena, sold out, with thousands of people singing those lyrics that you said sucked right back to me. And I was like, I'm a fucking piece of shit failure. Like that's, and maybe that's just my fucking problem. You didn't, you know, you're sitting there reviewing the art, but I will also say my art is me, right? You know, so when somebody's like, oh, Logic's whack, maybe they're talking about a song or a specific album. But at that time for me, when I was reading into it and I was on the internet and shit, I was like, oh fuck, I'm whack. Like I'm a whack friend. Like I'm a whack husband. I'm a whack. Like that's how it felt. But guess what? That's not your fucking fault. That's where I was mentally at that time.
Sure.
And I had been working on myself. But when you did the due diligence to have that conversation with me, I just want to fucking sit here and say thank you, bro. Like the reason I don't give a shit on deep throat the mic, I'm like, fuck it. Like this is me beyond a team, whatever. Like this is me. You cannot stand out and fit in at the same time. Like fuck it, dude. And when you said that to me that night, like I fucking hated you, man.
No, I got that sense when we first were talking. So like I don't like when you first started talking to me, like in sort of like a phone conversation kind of way. Like you know, it was friendly-ish. But like there was also a weird standoffishness about it as well. I'm like, why is this guy talking to me? Because like obviously he wants to get something out of these conversations, but as I'm talking to him, I'm getting the sense that he really fucking hates me. And I don't know why he wants to talk.
You felt that way?
Yeah, there was a vibe. There was a vibe. There was I was like, why the fuck does this guy want to talk to me? Because like, it seems like he low key fucking hates me. And I don't know. I just kind of like stuck through the conversations because I was curious as to what the fuck was going on, because I was just like, you know, personally curious myself to see if you were like psychotic or something. And then at some point we did reach that conversation, which mind you, that wasn't the first time I told you that about like, yeah, I had to remind you that of a couple times, and the last time I did, where it seemed like maybe a flip did switch, I was just like, whatever's going on here, I feel like this guy just really needs to hear this, and I'm just gonna remind him again and just say it, and then I guess that time it took.
That's why I consider you a friend. I really do, man. That's why I text you. You know, because you're a fucking nice guy. And you said the same thing to me. You're like, damn, you actually are a nice guy. You're a nice guy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking nice guy.
Well, I did say that, but not that I was surprised. You know, I mean, again, like I thought you hated me, which you did, but I thought you had good reason to. I
didn't really hate you, bro. If I fucking hated you,
there was a little bit.
I kind of wanted to cut your dick off a little bit.
Right.
But besides that, it's like
right.
But you really freed me, man. I really mean this, bro. You're like the fucking, what is it? Which pill is it? Which pill does Neo take? Is it the blue pill? The red?
I think it's the red one.
You never seen the fucking Matrix? It's right there. Look. All right, whatever. Anyway, whichever pill. That's what you gave me, and I was like, whoa. I was like, oh my god. Now I don't give a shit. Like I really don't. Maybe it seems like I actually do give a shit because now I'm just going everywhere. I don't give a shit. But like I'm just like, man, you know what it is, dude? I'm a human being. Somebody says something about me, I'm like, ouch. Not good out of 10. All right. And then that's it.
What?
And then that's it. Before I was like this. I was like this. I was like sleeping. I was like thinking about it. You know what I mean? And it's not just me, bro. Have you seen your Chance review? My name was like hot shower, more like hot ass. I was like, oh, I've been there. Chance don't deserve it.
Anyway. Question. The mindset that you're in now, how do you feel like 1-800 Logic would have gone if you had felt that way back then?
That's a good fucking question, because that song still would have existed.
Well,
'Cause I
not to say that I'm just saying like your general attitude through that time, not like whether or not you made that song.
I'd have been a lot happier. But I'm glad I went through everything that I just wouldn't be here today. It's like if I didn't experience that, or if I didn't really care about what other people thought, and then had people tell me they thought shit was good, or thought shit was bad, or this or that or whatever.
You know, not specifically to dig into that song, but do you feel like there would have been anything career-wise or artistically that you would had done differently if you had personally been feeling happier and more sort of like assured in yourself at that point?
I'm glad I wasn't, because I made a lot of fucking money. Like, you gotta understand, it's like I made so much money, and I'm not saying I made money off the 1-800. No, it's like I made a song with a message from my heart after doing a fan tour from LA to New York, where I played them my second album, and the biggest thing people kept saying was like, yo, your music saved my life. I'm like, what the fuck? My music saved your life? Good Kid Under Pressure saved your life? No, I'm just kidding. But I was like, I'm like, really? Like, for real? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, I never even tried. Because all the records that I did, hold on, Plush Daddy. All the records that I had ever done before then was like, I'm like, you can do it. Peace, love, and positivity. Be a good, like, no matter what they're saying, you're going to overcome. I wasn't talking to my fucking fans. I was talking to me, man, because nobody was there saying that shit to me. And then in return, I was actually spreading this positive message. And I was like, holy shit, it's actually like affecting people. So when people said that, literally, I was like, oh shit, okay, let me try to write a song. And I'd been trying, like, bro, Bounce on Under Pressure. I don't know if you remember this, but Bounce, like, come on, Bounce. Like, I'm trying to make a hit record. Bounce. I'm on the fucking hook talking about Bounce. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Just do another, whatever. Like, do it, whatever. I don't even fucking know what's on that song. What's on that song? Buried Alive or some shit. Whatever. And so after 1-800 came out, I was like, oh my God. Like, I wasn't in the studio like, oh, this is about to be the biggest song I've ever made. Like, I gave up trying to make hit records. Nobody was in the studio like, yo, this song about killing yourself, about to go. Like, nobody was saying that. You know what I'm saying? I love that I have a laugh track over here. I love you, Stacy. Anyway, so I'm glad that I had that mentality, because once I did that record, I was like Tiger Woods, biracial follow through. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, Bobby Tarantino 2. Fuck yeah, I love that album. That album changed my life. Like 1-800 changed my life, and then I followed through because I was like, trap bangers, let's go. I'm in fucking Vegas getting paid like $300,000 for a 45-minute set. Like, I'm like, it changed my life. I made $30 million in a fucking year. And then after that, I was so focused on the critics, and then because I know you'd even said this. I was a little drunk. I think it got taken out of context, but like the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, somebody was like, oh, he purposefully made a bad album. Fuck you. I love that album. I'm not saying that I think it's bad. I'm saying I did some wild shit, but I was also rapping from different perspectives. That's how I felt when I was writing it. I was like, here's this, or I'm talking shit about Charlemagne, or I'm da-da-da, whatever. And I'm just being wild, and I'm doing this thing. And then after I did that, I was like, all right, I don't give a shit about this. Motherfuckers are saying I can't rap anymore. Like, you really think I can't rap? And the internet, it's fickle. We love you, we hate you. Even with these singles on vinyl days, this one's amazing. This is okay. This one's, oh my God, I'm coming on my face. This one's, oh, sounds like Beastie Boys. Like, whatever, right? That's gonna get cut up. Anyway, and so when I did No Pressure, I was like, yo, I just want to rap, bro. Like, but I want to rap on a big level, and you still hear the influences, the yays and the this and the that, even Tyler. Like, I love Tyler, and I think he's amazing. And I was listening to a lot of shit with vinyl days, bro. I wasn't listening to nothing with the music that I've been making the past few years, and what's going to be coming. Like, I just really haven't been. I've been listening to shit outside of rap. But I say all this to say, the fuck was I saying?
I don't know. You've been going on a tangent, man.
I know I've been going.
You've been going.
My mentality.
Right.
I'm so glad that I gave a shit, and I'm glad that I was insecure, and I'm glad that I made money, that I made music because I wanted to be relevant. because it made me relevant. And then it made me money. And then after I did all that, I was like, fuck y'all. I got this money. I don't give a shit. So then when I came back
Hmm.
post BT3,
Hmm.
I was like, yo, I don't give a shit. And after we had our conversation, I'm like, bro, I just want to be on my NPC and make beats and fucking rap on some Dilla shit, dog. Like that's all I genuinely give a fuck about. And if I make a hit record, I make a hit record. And guess what? Then I won't give a shit. If me and Marshmello get back together and make it everybody too, every day too, I'm gonna be like, fuck it, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. But that's not really where I'm at. I mean, actually, I love Marshmello. We kind of got some dope shit. But anyway, there it is.
You know what? Okay, a couple of things. I mean, look, I appreciate that. You at least kind of put part of that progression and everything on me. But honestly, like before we had even talked, you had decided already that like I'm retiring. This whole chasing the carrot thing isn't for me. Like you had already kind of decided in your head, like there's something about this that's like not working. There's something about this that's not healthy for me. There's something about this that doesn't feel true to me. Was there something else that kind of, around that point, was it just becoming a dad? Was it something else that made you realize like something needs to change?
Oh man. Obviously there was a change with my son that goes without saying. You know what I mean? Like writing no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mental space was already changed because I was expecting a child. And
Right.
then when he was there, yeah, but it's like, of course, like, dude, when my son was born, I was like, oh my God, like this person doesn't like me. Who gives a shit? My son is healthy, dude. Like that shit changes you, man. But I have to tell, I'm not trying to suck your dick, man. You fucking changed my life, bro.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to again like get more information about your perspective here. I guess like from your own experience, maybe through like conversations that you've had that
no, without a doubt, I was having a million conversations.
Well, no, I'm not talking about with me. I'm talking about like what I want to know. What I want to know. What I want to know. Well, not even just your friends. I'm saying like in your opinion, when it comes to you and other rappers generally, like what do you feel like separates you in terms of being able to reach that point where you're like, you know what? I've done enough this. I've made enough that. I've achieved enough X, Y, Z. I don't need to continue just like running on the treadmill anymore. It seems like there are some artists out there who have, money wise or whatever wise have achieved like, 10 times more than you, but they can't get off that treadmill. They can't get off of it. And I mean, what do you feel like, gives you the ability to step off of it?
Seeing them do that, like who doesn't love Kanye? I love Kanye. This motherfucker running around wearing a red hat, still love him. Like it's Kanye, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're right. And it's like if I wanted to be bigger, like I actually had to step back and be like, yo, like I don't want to be that rich. Like I don't want to be that famous that I'm so unhappy, because I've had wild thoughts, Tony. You know what I mean? I've had some wild thoughts, about my health, my life. And I was like, whoa, if I'm here, I don't want to start taking pills if I don't got to. I don't want to start, doing things to make me happier if I don't need to. I was like, this shit is, I'm liking this. And if my cap is 10,000 people or Hollywood Bowl or 5,000 or 3,000 or 1,500 for the rest of my life, but I'm happy and I know that fans are there screaming every word and I just get to have fun, dude, cool. Who doesn't want to be A? Who doesn't want to be Jay? Who doesn't want to be Cole? Who doesn't want to be Kendrick? You know what I mean? I look at all these guys, came up with these guys, and I'm just like, man, of course. But I stepped back one day and I looked in the mirror and I was just like, yeah, I'm Logic, man. I'm Logic, whatever that means. That's me. I don't need to try to fucking E on to P on to we on to Kendrick flows and this and that. I'm just like, man, I'm just trying to be me and love and support my brothers and just be me. And I think it was a mixture of looking back at my career, a mixture of having a son, a mixture of getting fucking divorced, getting married again, like all these things that happened just in the last 4 years of my life, to be like, man, You know, Big Boy from Big Boy's Neighborhood said this game, Logic. He said this game is a game of enough, not good enough, hood enough, rap enough, trap enough, black enough, this enough, that enough. And he was like, "You are enough. You're enough." And that was another man who helped change my life.
So you had other people telling you that too.
100%. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't just you. It was a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that I love and I appreciate. And yeah, but you were, you know what you were? You're the last piece. Swear to God. I'm not trying to suck you off. It's true, baby.
All right, I get it. I understand. I comprehend.
Anthony Fantano.
Let me ask you about Confessions. Because of what you said, you were kind of referencing it earlier. Maybe there were some people that kind of took away that you were saying the album was bad. I didn't. I took because you didn't explicitly say that. The thing that stuck out to me about the record is that you sort of defined it as a social experiment.
It was. I really believe that shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
I guess a couple of things. Like, does that mean it wasn't a serious album, or was it a serious artistic endeavor for you, but it was also a social experiment? And if that is the case, like, put it like, say it out explicitly. What is the experiment?
The experiment is Charlemagne the God saying that I was homophobic, and then me being like, bro, what? When the fuck did I say that? And he was like,
well, also, since when is Charlemagne the authority on being homophobic?
Exactly. But mind you, I'm a 25-year-old kid and I'm so insecure, and I'm like 90 fucking pounds. Right. And I'm on like my favorite show.
Right.
And I'm like, what do you mean? I never said that. I did some fucking interview with Vlad TV, and Vlad was like, could you listen to a gay rapper? Basically, this is what I said. I'm going to say it now at 32 years old. This is what I said. What I said was, of course I could listen to a gay rapper. And I was like, I wouldn't want to listen to a gay rapper talk about gratuitously fucking someone, just like I wouldn't want to listen to a straight rapper talk about gratuitously fucking someone. I'll listen to Frank Ocean or fucking Sam Smith serenade me about a man they loving all day. Like 100%. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to like play it. And I was like, did I say it? Because he was like, what is this about you don't like gay people? I was like, I don't like what? I was like, did I say that? And he goes, oh no, I ain't watched the interview. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You ain't watched the interview? What? So on the record, I was like, I don't do the Breakfast Club because Charlemagne is shameless. Some shit. And then I was like, do your research before you call somebody homophobic. Get ready, internet. They're about to just click this one part of the interview. And I go, I'd suck a dick just to prove it ain't that way. And then the ad lib goes, nigga, what? And then I go, something. And it goes, you gay. Which is like a prime example of like, and then guess what? The internet did that. And then I go, quote that line, but leave out all the mental health and blah, 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 blah. And they literally quoted that line, like on Rap Genius. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like, I suck a dick, Logic. And it proved my point. Like I did it on purpose. Like who the fuck does that? Like why the fuck would I do that? Like why the fuck would I do that? I did it because I wanted to fucking prove a point, because I was going crazy. I was like, man, the internet don't give a fuck. The internet is changing. The internet is wild. And I was like, yeah. And mind you, the line is a bit insensitive, but it's fucking funny. You know what I mean? And it's me being like, yo, I'm going to say whatever I want. In retrospect, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I don't do a whole song about Charlemagne. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? But it's like, I'm glad I did it, man. Yeah, I don't look back at anything I've done, and I'm not full of regret at all. I'm like, oh, highs and lows, peaks, ebbs and flows. I was so insecure in my life that I wanted to do a whole fucking album about social media. I look back, I'm like, damn. But I also look back like, damn, you got some bangers, motherfucker. You talking about, I'm icy. And people was making fun of me, but a whole arena of 15,000 people was like, I'm icy. And I got a song with Gucci Mane, low key, the Godfather of Trap. I'm like, shit is good. You know what I mean? But I think my intentions behind the album, I think, were positive, because I just wanted to shed light on social media. And maybe to some people, I didn't execute it, though. I'm just glad I did what I did, and I moved fucking past it, and then I made no pressure, and now I'm here with Vinyl Days, and I'm just fucking on some Dilla shit. And that's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah. I mean, do you still feel personally that is your most controversial record, and the controversy around the record is why it remains to be your most played and most engaged with, when in terms of like streams?
Wow, what a great.
Well, you had also said that too, so I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have said that. I mean, if you go and you look at Spotify alone, you notice my most, that, and I think everybody, and those two are my most controversial and hated. I had black folks being like, this is an All Lives Matter album with everybody. And then I literally was on tour and some white boy was like, why does everybody demonize white people? And I'm like, damn, motherfucker can't win out here. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck. So that was a big one. And then, trust me, I had so many conversations before I made that album with Killer Mike and this and that. And that's a whole interview in and of itself, but I'm proud of the album. It changed my life. And man, the drunker I get, the more my Maryland accent comes out. Anyway, so Confessions, yeah, man. I think you have your opinion on what good music is or isn't. There's a lot of bands I love you don't like. There's a lot of bands I love you think are amazing.
Sure.
You know? And it's just like that's what I always have respected about you, bros. When you say your shit, you say, y'all know this is just my opinion, right? And I like Confessions. There's a lot of bangers on there. I had fun making it. Maybe it's not my best album to whatever, but Spotify would agree to disagree, and the numbers don't lie, like Jay said, and this and that and whatever. Guess what? I could give a fuck, motherfucker. That's like almost 4 years old. I'm on some other shit, but people love to stay on the thing until there's another thing, and even when there is another thing, like I've seen people like Logic's back. No pressure. That's it. He did it. And it's like BT3. Oh, he's off. He's all right. It's over. His career's over. Oh shit. Vinyl Day is first single. I love it. Second single. Oh, and it's like this teetering thing. And I used to be that. I was on like, bro, I ain't got Twitter, fam. You know what? I got a fire background of my baby all swole like Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm looking at. And I used to be on this shit like, oh no, they hate me, man. Fuck, man. I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. And then the next, it's like I'm on Value, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a god.
Oh, you cut out. You're still no, you've cut out.
The internet.
Okay, now you're back.
Get off the internet. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
You also had on the record on a very good track. Somebody who also gets what?
Is it a good track? Do you like?
You don't even know what the fuck I'm about to say.
Exactly. Welcome to the internet.
Yeah. You had on a very good track. Someone who also gets a lot of hate on the internet, Russ. And on that track, you both kind of go in on that same topic. Have you talked to him personally about his own kind of experiences with just like kind of being? I mean, I feel like Russ gets even more skepticism than you do. I feel like Russ can't even make a good verse, and like people just kind of be like, yeah, that was a pretty good Russ verse. It's like it doesn't matter what he does, like that man is just going to get shit on forever.
Yeah, me and Russ, we came up same time, different ways, and we just finally kind of had gotten into contact. You know what I mean? Like we knew about each other and this, that, and the third, whatever. But we never really spoke. And I feel like in many ways we had a similar come up in unacceptance in hip hop and people talking shit for different reasons, completely different reasons.
Right, different reasons.
And I think we both was like, at least now, right? And then these last few years are like, man, fuck this shit, And so when we had when I say fuck this shit, fuck the opinions, fuck it, just focus on the music. You know what I mean? Russ was like running around punching people in the face at festivals and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, all right, big dog shit. And we had a conversation on the phone once we just finally got in. I don't know if he might have said, I don't know. I think he followed me maybe on Twitter. I'm not sure how it happened, like a while back though. And then I followed him back. And then he was just like, hey, just sending you love, man, blah, blah. I was like, oh, thank you so much. And we exchanged numbers, but like a while goes by. And then we jump on the phone and he's like, we just start talking about life. We talk about the trajectories of our career, how similar they've been when it comes to acceptance, and then realizing like we never needed anybody's acceptance. I start talking to him about therapy and my therapist, and he's doing the same thing, and XYZ, and just how we're just at this place where we're like, bro, like we're too old for this shit. Like this, like, we're lucky we're so old in a young man's game. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, we're who we are. We have fans, bro. Like it's like what you had told me. Like I have my fam. I'm good for the rest of my life as long as I don't fuck up. You know what I mean? I don't know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a bad guy. So I don't know. But what I'm saying is as long as I don't do some dumbass shit and get Harvey Weinstein, like I'm fine. So I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah, just make music and be a good boy.
Be a good fucking, and what I don't know. That's who I am. Anyway, so we're having this real conversation though, like about acceptance and about making music and what we truly love, which is the art, which is our fans, which is making dope beats and making fun rhymes and this and that, regardless of what opinions may be. We know that we love it and that's all that matters. And so with that, a record was born. And I literally remember being like, this is the song. Like I was on the phone. I was like, this is it. He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, we finna do a record. He was like, yeah. And I was like, this is it, man. I was like, let's talk that shit. Let's be honest. And then Six made the beat. My boy Six over here. My brown boy over here. And Six made the beat. And just like he did when Complex fucked it up, but didn't listen to it. And then and Russ loved it. And he went off. He wrote before I even wrote. A lot of the time I'll make a record and I'll make a record and send it to whoever. This motherfucker went in. I was kind of like, damn. He did choose the beat because I sent him like 2 or 3 beats and he was like, this beat. And I was like, bet, right to it. And he's like, long hair looking like I'm on Game of Thrones. Yeah. And I was like, damn. I was like, this is kind of tight. And then
no, the verse is good, and he had a good verse on the recent Black Thought and Danger Mouse track too.
Fire, by the way.
Which fire. I think people need to start reconsidering Russ. I mean, look, personally, I haven't been a fan of a lot of the guy's stuff, but I feel like I need to. He was just kind of just blabbing his mouth, and some people heard it that shouldn't have heard it, and it caught on like wildfire. And he's been changing up his sound as of late, and he's also an Italian stallion, so I feel like I got to give the guy a chance because of that. And
I think his intentions are different.
Yeah, his intentions are
like
different.
Mine,
right?
Like, they're
exactly.
different, and
they're different.
People change, but
yeah, they do change. One day I had a really quick Twitter interaction with him where he just sent his music my way, or he was just like, hey, I appreciate you. And this was around the time where he was punching people. And I was like, and he DM'd me, I was like, oh shit, am I going to get punched? It's like, I better get ready for 3 huge guys to sort of like stop me and be like, hey, stay right the fuck there. Russ is going to punch you. and be like, oh fuck. But then he was nice. And I was like, okay. So,
he's a really, most people are nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just a real, like most people are nice. We just be in our feelings.
Okay. All right.
That's really what it is.
No, I believe that. That is true. I will say before we go, just for frame of reference, just so you know and everybody else knows, I would not go to your place without telling at least 5 people where I am at this point. Like maybe after a little bit longer.
My place?
Yeah, I wouldn't show up at your place without a bunch of people knowing I was going there and where I was at the time.
Bro. No,
just in case I disappear or something.
No, it ain't me.
Maybe after a little while though. Maybe give it some more.
Actually, after you listen to this song, you might actually think it is me. Can I say? I know you're a little weird when it comes to
because I still think at some point maybe like you would low key secretively put $1 million on my head. Not that I think that
I'm a real one. I do it myself.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Like you mean you would leave fingerprints. You don't want to.
No, I already cut them off.
Got it.
Come on, you don't know what's up with me.
Got it.
I got tings.
OVO tings. Rat Pack tings.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, fucking Drake, man. Drake's like, yeah. Surprise album. What's it called? It's called some hella Drake shit. What's it called? Honestly, never mind.
Yeah, honestly, never mind.
I fucking love you, Drake. I'm so mad.
Yeah,
so mad. I'm not really that mad. It's actually tradition.
Yeah.
The last 2 fucking releases was Taylor Swift. Before that was fucking Wayne. I'm getting fucked.
you still get the attention that you do though. So I mean,
that's true. I know. I'm just kidding. I actually don't give a shit.
It doesn't stop your shine.
Drake's got that good hairline. Let's be honest. It's not a competition. It's Drake. It's fucking.
I think Drake I think Drake invests in his hairline. If you want me to be honest, you could probably do the same.
Word? But what about his pops though? His pops don't his pops got a good hairline?
I heard a thing about and this has happened to a lot of people. This is nothing, you know, about Drake personally.
Oh, isn't it from the mom's side?
No. I heard that he had a bit of a hair thing going on because COVID COVID fucks up with your hair and shit sometimes.
Oh, this is why my shit going back. It's COVID.
It might be a COVID thing.
What's up? Okay, cool.
So,
Hey, yo, it's COVID. Just so you know,
you could invest in your hairline if you want to.
I
you know,
was
listen,
gonna.
listen,
I was in a
those-
fucking doctor's office about to fucking spend, $200,000 on the freshest hairline you've seen since Leo. And I was like, why in the fuck am I doing this? I'm doing this for other people. I want to look like Anthony Fantano. Period.
Exactly. Well, I was going to say, like, I'm not interested in it personally, but I keep getting emails from those Keeps people to do a sponsorship. I could send them your way.
Nah, Keeps will cut your dick off. You got to stay away from that shit. I love my dick. I would rather be bald and fucking the shit out of my wife than with a full head of hair and can't get my dick up.
I didn't hear about the dick falling off thing. That's good. That's good.
Keeps keeps your hair, lose your dick. All right. Fuck that. I'm straight. Okay. Is this the end? Are we done?
I think that's the last thing. I don't think we can top this moment.
So bad.
Go pee.
Did you have fun? I had a blast.
Yeah, we had fun. We had a good time.
I had a good time. Let me just shout out your chat real quick. Hold on.
Okay, shout him out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Anthony Bobtano, the internet's busiest biracial. I'm here to tell you I love you, and I had a blast, and I hope you can tell I literally don't give a fuck, and we're about to make some crazy shit. Wait till you hear. I got this Morgan Freeman. Anyway, that's enough.
Okay, that's enough. All right, well, have a good piss.
Okay, do I just end it, or do you?
Yeah,
end
I'll end it.
So you'll end it.
All right, have a good one, man.
I'm gonna text you. Are you gonna hit me back?
You can text me if you want.
Why don't you ever actually text me? I'm always texting you. I'm always like fucking good guy Bob and shit. I'm just trying to make sure your well-being's all right. Why don't you fucking text me and just be like, hey man, I gotta piss so fucking bad. Ugh. Okay, peace.
Okay, bye.
Wait, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say I looked at it more as like a therapist patient relationship. You called me when you were in sort of like a dire strait, but
what you saying? I'm too good. You too good to fucking call me? That's what you saying?
I didn't want to change up the dynamic by calling about my sob stories. You know, that's all. I can't even hear you at this point.